A polar bear suddenly appeared right in front of a man's home, slowly stepping closer to him, while the man stood there completely unprepared. Terrified, the man yelled loudly, and shockingly, the massive animal actually stopped and backed up a few steps. But it didn't leave. Instead, it looked at the man with a helpless, almost pitiful expression, completely unsure of what to do. Once the man calmed down, he realized this frightening giant was in serious trouble. A metal can was tightly stuck around its mouth. This poor polar bear wasn't invading at all, it was asking humans for help, which explained why it was so unusually gentle. Its eyes were full of fear, confusion, and quiet pleading, like it was silently explaining its situation. Even more unbelievable, under the man's guidance, the bear kept stepping backward, almost like it could understand his instructions. Eventually, the man led it to a fence, where he could try to help through the gaps. At first, the bear didn't get it, and just stood there blankly, but after the man patiently gestured, the bear caught on and calmly pushed its head through the opening. The man was nervous and kept testing the bear's reaction, but the bear was incredibly cooperative, showing pure trust. Gathering his courage, the man grabbed the can and tried to pull it off, but it was stuck way tighter than expected. After several failed attempts, it still wouldn't budge. Maybe sensing the man's effort and kindness, the bear even stuck out its tongue to help. When the man saw how deeply the can was embedded, his heart sank. He finally understood the bear's pain and why it had been so gentle. The situation was far worse than he imagined, and with no other choice, he had to stop. The bear seemed to sense his helplessness, a flash of disappointment in its eyes, yet it stayed quietly, waiting. Looking at that lost, vulnerable expression, the man felt a heavy sense of responsibility. He knew he couldn't save it alone, so he immediately called a professional rescue team. They arrived quickly and used a sedative dart to safely calm the bear. It didn't take long before the bear lost consciousness, and rescuers rushed in to cut the can open. The bear's tongue had a deep, serious wound. Emergency treatment started right away, but the injury was far worse than expected, with the tongue nearly severed. Without immediate surgery, the damage could have been permanent, which would be life-ending for a wild polar bear. The rescuers transported it to a nearby rescue center, where emergency surgery successfully stitched its tongue back together. After several days of recovery, the bear was returned to its natural habitat, with fresh fish placed nearby so it could eat once it woke up. A few days later, this intelligent polar bear appeared in the man's sight again. It seemed to recognize him, and just like before, it playfully stuck its head through a gap, acting silly and cute, its eyes full of gratitude and trust. The man was deeply moved. Who knew such a powerful animal could have such a gentle heart? From then on, the bear often visited the man, and every time it showed up, the man would leave some snacks. Somehow, a deep friendship formed between them. It turns out all living beings have emotions, and humans and animals can cross species boundaries to become each other's most trusted companions. If this story touched you, let me know what you felt in the comments, tap like, and follow for more stories that remind us